Hello and welcome to Super Mario Words, where we talk about random Mario things and rank them. I'm Sen,
And I'm Drew.
and today we will be discussing Phanto,
Heck yes, we will.
the evil mask from Super Mario Bros. 2.
And boy, is he evil.
Yep, and we are joined again today by the Super Mario Bros. Encyclopedia, the only source whose canonicity is second only to this podcast.
Yes, primarily because it doesn't have Dr. Fire Luigi in it.
Yeah, Dr. Dry Baby Fire Luigi.
The Koopa Leg.
Yeah. So we now know what is canon as long as it doesn't contradict anything we say.
Yes.
So as we know, Super Mario Bros. 2 was a psychosexual drama.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I think that's inarguable.
yes, with that in mind, let's move on to our first discussion question. What does Phanto represent in Mario's subconscious?
So, for me and I think most players of Super Mario Bros. 2, aka Super Mario USA, Phanto represents pants-crapping horror.
That's true. I guess we should briefly review what Phanto does.
Yes.
For those who don't know.
Phanto is an evil mask,
Mm-hmm.
hangs on the wall, until
you pick up a key,
yes,
and then it comes to life
and chases you.
and chases you around until you use the key to open the door.
Or you let go of the key.
Or you let go.
Or it kills you.
Yeah, or it kills you. It has a big evil grin.
Yeah, it's a very disturbing expression. Like a big open mouth and these eyes and
They managed to make it surprisingly creepy with the limited amount of real estate they had for a NES sprite.
Yeah.
Which is impressive. It's hard to make anything on the NES creepy.
But they sure did it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a big floating face is a pretty straightforward,
Yeah.
It's the number one creepy thing is just weird, unsettling faces.
It's true.
Okay, so clearly, Phanto has a deep connection to fear, something any player of the game can confirm.
Absolutely. But also
Yes.
a connection to the hidden.
Mm.
Keys open locked doors. Phanto does not want you to get to the things that are hidden.
Yes. So there's clearly, it seems, some kind of repression
Yes.
there. Whereas the mask gates represent knowledge and self-learning
Yes.
and mystic wisdom.
The mask gate opens when you are worthy.
Yes.
Phanto chases you because he believes you are not worthy.
No, Phanto will never believe you are worthy.
Phanto represents your own self-doubt, perhaps.
Yes.
By which we mean Mario's.
Mario.
And possibly just repression itself.
Phanto is a force of keeping those doors closed.
Yes.
Of never confronting the things that you don't want to see, like plants that are bombs.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to see that.
It's true, but they do help you,
They do.
and I think that the symbolism of that is pretty clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that we're starting to get kind of an idea of where Phanto's role is.
Yeah.
In all of this.
Notably, once you go through the door, the key disappears and Phanto stops chasing you.
That's true. Does Phanto then decide that you're worthy, or is there some other reason?
I feel it's less that Phanto decides that you're worthy, and more that you have simply moved past this moment of repression. There will be more locked doors, and Phanto will return.
What does it represent that you can repeatedly drop the key and pick it back up to kind of make Phanto wiggle back and forth away from you?
It represents video game mechanics being silly sometimes.
I'm not sure how that's applicable to Mario's subconscious, but
I mean, he's a video game character, so it's very applicable.
I don't know if
Are we getting too meta?
I mean, it seems like it kind of ceases to be an examination of Mario's psyche, and instead becomes an examination of how NES games are weird. I mean, believe me, there is a lot of that to say about Super Mario Brothers 2, but
yes,
it's not gonna unlock the deep truths behind Mario's repressed,
psychosexual
psychosexual. What's the next word in this sentence? Trauma. Yes.
Oh, God.
I don't think we actually know what Mario's repressed psychosexual trauma is.
That is, well, Phanto's not going to tell us.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Which means that we should probably just move on.
Yeah.
All right, number 2. Is Phanto related to the son who chases you from Super Mario Brothers 3?
Yes. In Super Mario Brothers 3, there's a son who, in a couple different levels, I believe, just chases you through the entire level as you keep running and scrolling and platforming, and you have to keep dodging it until you get to the end.
I'm trying to remember if there is more than one of those or if there's just one in the whole game.
It's been a while, and I think on our recent playthrough of Super Mario Brothers 3, we managed to totally skip it.
So they are very similar.
They are.
They're both floating faces.
Mm-hmm.
They both hate you.
Yes.
And the big difference is that if Phanto swoops in close to you, it is not a planet extinction event. I think that's an important difference.
Yeah. The sun is probably just some sort of life form who looks like a sun.
I think it is. We probably should give some consideration to the theory that it might not be a real sun, seeing as you can kill it with a Koopa shell.
Yeah. The Mushroom Kingdom and the unnamed planet that it rests on still seems to support life, so I don't think that was the real sun.
Yeah, that's probably a good theory.
Yeah.
We do know that Mario sees this thing out in the desert, which raises a good question of whether we think it's even real.
Oh, it could be Mario's hallucination.
I just want to entertain the notion that when the sun swoops out of the sky and attacks you with a big angry face, that maybe that doesn't actually happen.
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible that may not be 100% factual.
And if the sun is illusory, then clearly there's a connection to Phanto, who is, like everything in Super Mario Brothers 2, also illusory.
Yes.
So maybe there is some connection where, because the fact that this hallucinated attacker takes on a form that's so similar to Phanto, kind of seems like there's the same memory that connects the two.
Ooh, yes. Like, within Mario's subconscious. Or superconscious, if you will.
Okay.
No, actually. But within Mario's subconscious, there is some kind of association with round things swooping in out of the sky and trying to fuck you up.
Yeah. And so I think that maybe it's possible that if Phanto is in Mario's subconscious, then the hallucination is a moment in which it can express itself in Mario's waking world.
A layer of the subconscious laid over the conscious.
Yes. Now, why do you think that Phanto would be trying to do that?
Well, Super Mario Brothers 3 is, depending on where we put the lost levels, the next game after, you know? So as we said in the Mascade episode, Super Mario Brothers 2 is Mario processing the events of the original game. And possibly lost levels.
Also, when you call it the Mascade episode, it sounds like you're talking about like some kind of
that time we met a Mascade, yeah.
No, I like some kind of controversy. the Maskgate conspiracy.
Oh God, not on Inside Edition. The Maskgate.
Yeah, that was when Bowser tried to spy on his political rivals
by wearing a mask.
Yeah, and then he was caught and he was impeached.
Yes.
Anyway. Well, I completely derailed the discussion.
You sure did.
You're welcome. It's not my fault that you took so long to get my not very good joke. So we were talking about the Mask Gate.
Yeah. Yes.
What were you saying?
No, we weren't. Were we?
How would I have made that joke if we were? Now all the jokes are just how we're bad at podcasts.
No, in the Mask Gate episode.
Okay.
In the episode that we did about the Mask Gate.
Yes.
We talked about how Super Mario Bros. 2 is Mario subconsciously processing the events of the original game.
Right, okay. I'm back with you.
And so in Super Mario Bros. 3, we see him in his next bout against Bowser. And so at this point, he's done it once, but can he do it again? He doesn't know. He's not the hero we know nowadays who's beaten Bowser dozens of times.
That's true. If we go with the US canon, he's only done it once and not in some kind of absurdly difficult Kaizo nightmare in Lost Levels.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. So his self-doubt is coming back in the face of this new challenge.
Exactly.
That makes sense, which manifests itself as a giant angry sun.
Yeah, as you do.
Which makes sense because we do know, we have confirmed canonically. Really actually canonically, that Mario is vulnerable to sunstroke.
Oh yes, that's right. As seen in Super Mario Sunshine.
You've just gotten used to when I say canonically, it means I'm about to tell a lie.
You mean that's not what the word always means? Now I have to rewrite all my Star Wars fanfics.
Anyway, but yeah, I feel like that explains the manifestation of this evil sun.
Yes.
Pretty effectively.
Yeah, that's good. That's solid.
So let's move on to our next discussion question.
Yes.
What would happen if Phanto escaped into the real world?
And this is, this is pretty close to the previous question. Because...
Yeah, but this is an important difference, is that we need to know if Phanto physically manifests.
Yes.
Which we do not presently know if that's possible or not.
Right. And let's see.
What you looking for?
Oh, I'm looking just to see if Phantos ever made any other appearances.
None that could be considered a physical manifestation.
Yeah, you can, you have Super Mario Bros. 2, the weird in television sequel from Japan. Satellaview? Yeah, whatever. Super Mario Maker 2.
I think the Satellaview thing is literally just a port. I think it's just the same game again, basically, as far as canon is concerned.
Right. Super Mario Maker 2, which is not canon at all.
There's nothing that happens in it, so...
And the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, which is less canon than Super Mario Maker.
It's negatively canon.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Phanto has never
actually appeared in a Super Mario Brothers game that takes place in the quote-unquote real world.
Yes, it's never manifested in any sense.
Which is good, because we'd probably all be screwed.
I think it would be probably disastrous.
Oh, absolutely. We've talked about the possibility that Shy Guys have somehow escaped from Mario's subconscious.
Yes.
And that's all well and good.
And we reached a conclusion about that, and I remember what it was.
Oh, what was it?
That I think that they came from another dimension.
Oh, actually. Yeah, that's right.
If we forget something, then it stops being canon. So it's good that I remember that.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah.
This is the ultimate truth of canon, kids.
It's true. If everyone forgot that a tree fell in a forest, did it really fall?
Yes.
Oh. All right.
Banter.
So, we don't even know if the mask is its true form.
That is true. We don't really know much about Phanto.
No.
We don't even know if Phanto I would say works for Wart, but I guess Wart isn't real either.
I don't think Phanto works for Wart.
Yes.
Not because Wart isn't real, because I think you could probably justify that the other enemies work for Wart.
That is fair,
in the dream world.
In some sense.
Phanto seems like something more ancient and dangerous.
Yeah. But notably,
yes,
in the Wart boss fight room, there are a bunch of Phantos mounted on the walls.
It's true.
Although in the Super Mario All-Stars version, there's something slightly different that looks almost like a statue of a Phanto. Or a mental impression.
I think we can safely assume that those aren't sentient Phantos.
Yes.
Which means that I think that what Wart has done is made an offering to placate an angry god.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Because the thing about Phanto is that it doesn't really have the feel of something that is just like a regular enemy that set out to defeat you.
Notably, you can't kill Phanto.
You can't kill Phanto. It doesn't appear to care about you until you take the key.
No. It's just sitting there, motionless.
Yes. And I think that we really have to take that there's something darker beyond even what Wart is, because, being honest with you, Wart is just a big clown man.
It's true.
He's
somehow sillier than Bowser.
He's not. I mean, he's just a total joke.
He's a frog who's allergic to vegetables.
And it's only through the dark magic of dream warping that he was ever able to become a threat at all.
Yeah.
And he was defeated as soon as you hit him in the face with turnips.
Yeah.
Maybe even the thing that gave him power is the real threat.
Oh.
So I think that clearly Phanto is probably connected to the source of Wart's dark power.
Ooh, yes. And therefore, if Phanto manifested in what we laughably call the real world, who even knows? But it would be something immense and dark and probably Lovecraftian?
I think that's probably a safe assumption.
Yeah.
It's the only thing in Mario's dreams that are truly real.
Yes.
Except maybe the mask gates.
Yeah. And the Shy Guys, I guess?
Maybe. What happened that Mario's brain is just filled with these interdimensional invaders?
Well, oh god, we don't have enough to say yet, but that does provide an excellent segue to our last discussion question.
I just want to put one more.
Oh, yes.
I want to posit one more thing. It's possible that Mario's first brush with Bowser's
first brush with Internet Explorer.
Mario's first brush with Bowser's dark magic.
Yes.
Could have opened up a hole in Mario's mental landscape.
Ooh,
that could have let intradimensional invaders would just be like
within your dimension.
Yeah, that would just be by people invading you.
Hey, you!
Yeah. Intradimensional invaders is just a guy who runs up and punches you in the face. I think that's probably a reasonable assumption.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming, for the sake of argument, Mario was not having any of these dreams before his first battle. Because if he did, they would have made a game about it.
Yeah, well, fair.
Are there any other games that just are Mario's dreams? We don't have time to research this.
Yeah, that's too deep of a question for us.
We're going to have to leave that as an open question for further investigation.
Yes.
Anyway, so I think I'm ready to move on to our next discussion question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Phanto the extra-dimensional force that the Shy Guys serve?
Yes, and that is a very bad and reasonable possibility.
Yeah, now here's the thing. We, I believe, came to the conclusion that Shy Guys are canonically...
This is a lie!
Yes, of course. Of course it is. Refugees from a destroyed alternate dimension.
Yes.
And if that's the case, then I think that whatever master they served, I think probably could not have so easily slipped between dimensions.
Ooh.
And I think that Phanto is a force of pure rage manifested from a dead god.
Holy balls. That's amazing. That's really... Oh, man.
And it's not really clear for sure, I'd say, if the Shy Guys know whether it lives or not.
Ooh. Man.
Anyway, I like this, and I think if you let me talk, I'm just going to dominate the discussion with my fan theory. So please,
That's fair.
Share your thoughts.
Well, a complementary theory to that, perhaps one possibility is that Phanto itself is what destroyed the Shy Guys dimension.
All right. What are your supports for that idea?
Phanto is very scary.
Well, do you think it's still the manifested anger of a dead god?
Possibly, yeah. Possibly the manifested anger of dead god is what,
I don't know. I'm not sure on that, because I think that it's difficult to grapple with the idea of this thing like destroying an entire universe.
That's true.
That's a power level that's kind of out of scope for the Mario games.
I mean, maybe Rosalina can deal with that, but
maybe. Is Rosalina the Goku of the Mario universe?
She's no, she's like the one of those various gods that the Dragon Ball universe has.
I don't know. Because I guess if it destroyed the Shy Guys universe, then it raises an important question of where the heck it came from.
Yeah, that's true. We don't want to iterate universes too far.
It's just going to be universes all the way down. So I think that...
But yeah, something left over, something dead yet still existing from that universe. That makes sense.
Maybe
yes,
the reason that the Shy Guys had found themselves following Wart's orders is that they had invaded Mario's subconscious because they had sensed a trace of their dead god.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe
Mario has the anti-life equation.
Sure. So maybe the reason that Wart was given power by this force was a plan to try and draw its followers back to itself. And then when you defeated Wart, you foiled its plan, and they were ejected from Mario's mindscape before they could realize the true identity of this mask entity. And that's why they have been scattered and aimless ever since then.
That makes sense. God.
So
that's epic.
It's possible, and this doesn't even have to contradict the fact that Shy Guys are in Yoshi's Island. Although Yoshi's Island, I'm kind of on the verge of decanonizing it from the main universe.
Like, we're developing a theory that, in fact, that Yoshi's Island is the timeline of Baby Mario and Luigi. And Dr. Baby Mario and Luigi.
It would be really hard to reconcile Dr. Mario being around his baby self otherwise.
Yes.
Anyway, it doesn't contradict the Shy Guys being there, because they could have been around for a while, and this was Phanto's first chance to kind of try and make its presence known. Because it requires a psychically compromised host, it has not had another opportunity to try and do this, and that is why it has thus far been fully banished from the Mario universe.
So that's why Waluigi doesn't have a game.
What?
Because Waluigi would be the perfect host
You think he's psychically compromised?
I absolutely do.
Okay. So you're saying that in order to keep Phanto from invading Waluigi's mind,
Yes.
they have to keep him in the sports prison,
Yes!
never to escape from the tennis court.
Exactly.
All right. A main series game where Waluigi's mind is invaded by an extra dimensional god would be pretty great,
It really would.
but I can see why that might be a threat to all universes.
Yes.
Um,
And also probably wouldn't be very profitable for Nintendo.
also, probably no one in the Mario universe knows the full extent of the danger to Phanto.
Yes.
Which means that they don't really understand the significance of these masked doofs who are running around the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
Which means
Yes.
that unwittingly, every single Shy Guy in the Mushroom Kingdom is a sleeper agent
Oh.
to be activated if Phanto ever manages to reconnect his psychic influence to them.
Ooh, God, that is Lovecraftian.
Man, it took us 2 episodes, but the Shy Guy canon has really taken off. I think we have nailed this one. I think that I think that we've pretty much nailed it.
Yeah, this is canon.
It is canon. We're a little shy of half an hour. Do we want to close out now, or do we want to explore this idea a little more? What do you think?
Well, do you have any other thoughts about what else might be linked to Phanto and the Shy Guys? What would happen?
Let's see.
I do note, actually, there is one other thing that I was thinking of.
Yes?
Which is, I looked it up, and apparently the end of Super Mario Galaxy
Uh-huh.
involves the universe being destroyed.
What is the source for that? Because
Hang on.
I'm trying to remember. They all kind of mysteriously end up back on their planet, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think that the universe is destroyed.
Hang on.
And I'm consulting the
You
big
consult
book.
the book, I'll consult the wiki.
Yeah, because we do have, so there is a mask theme in Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yes, that is true.
And I think that we can probably see that the masked beings... And again, we have to note, every other place where a mask appears, other than the mask gate, which is significantly different from all of the others, is worn by something, except Phanto, which is just itself a floating mask.
Ooh, yeah.
It must be the symbol of its followers.
It is an unworn mask.
Yes.
God, the symbol of repression and the symbol of... Gosh.
Yeah.
An unknown identity.
This is huge. We have to tell the world.
Yeah.
So that means that in addition to Shy Guys, we have Sniffits.
Yeah, of course.
Who are Shy Guys which just shoot bullets out of their faces.
Disturbing, but in a different way.
And Tweeters, who are this kind of creepy looking bird enemy.
They're kind of like vultures or dodos.
I don't think they make any other appearances, so no one really talks about them.
Yeah. Ninjas.
Ninjas do make other appearances.
Yeah.
Are they masked?
I think they might be the opposite of masks. Those are their real eyes, and then the rest of their body is covered by a ninja outfit.
It does look like that, yeah. So maybe they're not followers of Phanto.
Maybe they're the ones who are against Phanto somehow.
Although they do have a remarkable resemblance to Shy Guys if they weren't wearing a mask, assuming that they had some kind of open hood underneath.
We might have to do an episode on them.
Actually, I think that the ghost guys in Luigi's Mansion kind of look like this, with their masks pulled off. We should probably make a note of that, because Ninja might have an important connection here.
Yeah.
There are 2 kinds of ninjas listed in this book, and I don't know what the difference is.
Huh.
This fast-moving little devil persistently chases Mario, and this curious creature stays in one spot and jumps up and down repeatedly. A strange guy. Well, if of all the things in Mario, if the Super Mario Brothers Encyclopedia decides to pass judgment on you specifically as a strange guy, I don't know what that says about you. I don't know why we needed 2 different entries for just they move differently, but whatever.
Whatever.
So yeah, I mean, I think that we've learned something very important about Phanto.
Yeah.
And I think that we have to make sure that the psychic prison stays secure.
Yes.
Or the whole world could end.
And speaking of, I did look up the end of Super Mario Galaxy.
Yes.
Here's what the wiki says. Here, Mario defeats Bowser in his brand new galaxy, retrieves the last Grand Star, and rescues Peach. Mm-hmm. Just then, one of the planets of Bowser's near-complete galaxy undergoes a supernova and becomes a supermassive black hole, which begins pulling in everything.
Supermassive black hole. Okay.
The Lumas from the Common Observatory, including the Luma who had accompanied Mario throughout his adventure, throw themselves into the black hole in order to neutralize it, and soon it disintegrates in a massive explosion. Mario appears in front of Rosalina, who saves him from the cataclysm and tells him that this is not the end, but a new beginning for the universe, which repeats its cycle, albeit imperfectly. And then Mario wakes up in the Mushroom Kingdom. Bowser and Peach are there with no memory of what happened. And, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah!
That's... Rosalina knows something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rosalina knows something, and we have to figure out what.
Rosalina understands the cycle of universal life and death. Rosalina knows that Phanto is out there, and may be the only one making sure that the barrier is not breached.
All right, so this is the new meta plot of Super Mario Words. To be followed up on when next we do either Rosalina or Ninji.
Yeah.
But we might prioritize Rosalina.
She's a really interesting character, it feels like.
She knows something. I don't think ninjas know shit. I don't think they do, but they could be interesting maybe later. But yeah, we're that might be a few episodes ahead next episode.
I can't believe we're slowly becoming like a fanfic podcast.
Next episode we're probably gonna talk about, like, I don't know, bricks or clouds or something. No, I actually do know what we're gonna do an episode on.
We do, and it is related, kind of.
If we are gonna like tie every single thing back into the Phantom mythos, that's gonna be. I don't think we can do that.
No.
But we're if we keep going for a while, like this only took us. It took us less than 10 episodes, which means that if we keep going, we're just gonna have like more and more of these building up.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a huge canon.
Yeah. This is the Mario Extended Universe.
It is!
Which you can learn of exclusively through this podcast on a YouTube channel that has like 20 subscribers.
I need to put these episodes also up on Tumblr, I guess.
So that everyone knows about the threat.
Yeah, of Phanto.
Alright. I think we have covered everything, so I think we're ready to close this one out.
Alright. See you in another castle.
Yeah, that.